Alright, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Today we will be touching much more on the shorter time frame here for JASMY, and then of course we'll touch a little bit on the future price targets that we are looking forward to. There is a bigger video that I'm planning to make towards the end of this week, maybe Friday or Saturday over the weekend, that will be explaining exactly my exit plan here on the JASMY price. Please make sure you don't miss that specific video. I think it's going to be very much valuable for a lot of people. So yeah, immediate short term here for JASMY, we are looking at the 4-hourly time frame. I was showing you this yesterday and the day before, saying usually when we have liquidation events like what we had maybe 2 days ago, yeah, we go down in what's like a waterfall kind of a crash, then we retrace, and then of course we are looking to come back a little bit much more here. This will be scaring a lot of people, but for the most part what I've seen in the market is that we don't set a lower low. Actually, we go ahead and set a higher high compared to the previous one that would have set right there for JASMY. So maybe if I'm to make a guess right at this point, I'll be looking at maybe 3.5 cents here for JASMY to be tested once again. Obviously nobody wants the price to fall down a little bit, around something like 23% drop. I think it's still okay in the grand scheme of things. Usually you go ahead and take out the high here and then you continue pushing towards the upside. Now let me go ahead and show you a few examples of something like that has happened in this market, right? And even in the stock market as well. So this is Miro, for example. You see that waterfall kind of a crash. You obviously retrace and then you come back one more time to test the lows, but you don't set a lower low. Then off and away you are going. That's almost the same exact thing that we were drawing here with the JASMY price set. Another good example of something like that probably would be Ethereum Classic back in 2020. It was also a flash crash, which you can clearly see this waterfall crash, right? You retrace, you come back, you visit the lows one more time, but of course you're not setting a new low compared to the one that you'd have set before. So if we see something like this happening here for the JASMY price, that if I should go back here, that we come back to something like 3.5 cents and we see the price is holding pretty much strongly, this will be a very good confirmation to say, you know what, this right here around maybe 3.1 cents was the bottom for the JASMY price. And of course the next phase that we'll be looking forward to is a push towards the upside here for JASMY. Now just to put more emphasis on this, I also have got the Filecoin price set, which you can also see that waterfall crash, right? You retrace, you come back to revisit the lows again, and off away you are going, you're setting a new high right there. So I mean, we're in safe hands honestly if JASMY manages to hold that thing, right? Of course you don't only see that structure in crypto, you can even see it in traditional markets like the stock market, for example. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and you can see here that waterfall crash, you pump once again, retrace, and then off and away you're going. I mean, at this point I think I've done a great job explaining what's what here for the JASMY price. Let's get to longer term price targets here for JASMY, but before I do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content of course will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because we have been covering JASMY for actually more than 2 years at this point. So see this cup and handle formation that we have been talking about for quite some time as well, complete weekly candle above that, and this is indicating something like 62 cents. Now of course this is not my main price target here for JASMY. I personally have a slightly lower price target than that, which is right around 54 cents. But anyway, either case, that I mean, this really falls in line with what I'm anticipating the JASMY price that would do right now. I don't necessarily believe that the market is done. I think we still have got a very long way to go actually, because I'm looking at this BTC dominance here and it's looking like this whole thing is going to be dropping like a rock. And once it does something like that, I mean, just be rest assured that altcoins are going to be doing superb. And of course, some of that money is also going to be coming to the JASMY price set. Another chart that is also very much in line with the JASMY price set is the total 3. Basically, this is the market cap of altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, this is looking very much bullish because we actually have a very easy to recognize cup and handle formation, and this is actually saying that this whole market cap of altcoins, excluding BTC and Ethereum, could literally be going as high as, let me show you quickly here, bear with me, something like 2.8 million dollars, I mean trillion dollars I should be saying. Now that's really a lot of money coming into this market, and I would say right at this point the best is yet to come. We're also still monitoring this JASMY BTC pair, and man, it's looking safe. This has been one hell of a week of accumulation pattern, and the worst case scenario, listen to this, the worst case scenario is JASMY pumping 400% against the Bitcoin price. Now, this is the worst case scenario, right? The best case scenario obviously is if we go ahead and set a new all-time high here. I mean, that would really be insane. Now, when I say JASMY is going to be pumping 400% against the BTC price, remember BTC is also pumping bigly versus the United States dollar. So I mean, that's maybe something that a lot of people don't really consider bullish, but when I look at this, I mean, I really start shaking, honestly. So we'll see what eventually happens here with the JASMY price. So right now I think the focus is on short-term price action, but I still think even that one, we are looking very much like we're going to be repeating what we have seen with previous liquidation events, where you see this waterfall crash. Obviously you have a retrace, you come back, you don't set a lower low compared to the previous one that you would have made, you go ahead and set a high. So I will be expecting JASMY here. Should I go back to that chart, I will be expecting JASMY to reach something like a minimum of about 8 cents. The reason is very simple. We are looking at this 33 cents and saying that this is probably the fair value for JASMY, and what we do is we grab our Fibonacci retracement 2 from that top until the very bottom here, and we see that our first Fibonacci retracement level is right around that 8 cents mark. If you've heard me in the past, I say this is where I'll probably be taking initial profits here for JASMY. Of course, I still expect something like 54 cents. As I always say time and again, that when I say I expect JASMY to go to 54 cents, I don't necessarily mean that do not sell before 54 cents, right? You have to be selling along the way, especially this Fibonacci retracement. But still, the main one here is the golden ratio, which is sitting right around 54 cents. And we will definitely talk more about this in the video that is going to be coming sometime this week. Once again, please make sure you don't miss that, because this has been the game plan ever since 2022. So at this point, it's just about execution, right? So we'll see you on the next one. Take really good care of yourselves. I hope you understood what's what in the immediate short term, as well as the things that we are looking forward to for the JASMY price set.